Just what the doctor ordered. A rain. And some caffeine. The harvest grind has been real. Needless to say, the rain is much appreciated. There's almost a full semi-load of corn on the cart. We're gonna go ahead and load it to send to the elevator. Maybe we'll find a moment or two today to clean our windows finally. Libra cart making my life in the grain cart operator's seat seamless and easygoing. Keeping track of everything automatically. Nice light load of 891 bushels. That's actually one of my favorite features of this system. You can have the display read in bushels based on the crop you're harvesting. So soybeans is divided by 60, corn is divided by 56, as opposed to just the gross poundage on the scale head. That's great for someone who's mathematically challenged like myself. Throw the tarp over it to keep the rain out. This is a little easier to tarp and untarp than the grain cart. Feels like fall. I wonder if the combine saved me any room in the shed. Nope, doesn't look like it. Grain cart's always an afterthought. Might as well tarp the cart since it's parked outside and I don't want whatever's left in there to get all nasty, because it will get nasty. Keep it sanitary in there for a day. I mean, it's pretty much clear. There's another round coming behind it. I'd say we're gonna have an hour of no rain at least. Yes, it is in fact raining now. The forecast and the radar does indicate that there's more rain coming, so we could pick or we could just not pick. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. That answers that question. A moment of silence for our neighbor's gleaner that didn't make it through the weekend. Unfortunate, but no one was hurt, so that's good. Our Lakeland kid's been busy staying behind us, working some of our soybean stubble with the disc ripper. If there's any operation on our farm that needed the moisture, it's definitely the tillage crew. When you go as long as we have without a good rainfall, not only do you work up a ton of dust when you turn the dirt over, but it also pulls ridiculously hard. I'm a little biased. I think this 9620R is one of the best looking tractors on our farm. Even with the dryness, this nice black Central Illinois dirt did work up pretty good. It's really a blessing that we got in contact with Cade, an agriculture student here at Lakeland College. Having an actual farm kid, born and raised, spent their life around this machinery, makes you sleep a little bit better at night knowing that the person out there doing your tillage has an idea what's going on. No sane employer is gonna let just anyone drive a $500,000 rig that's about 3 pickup trucks wide. The drainage contractor's finished up on that farm for now. Maybe at some point in the future we'll come back in and lay even more subsurface lines to help us with that pore space water. Seems like a good spot to leave it for now. There's a fuel tank here, so he can fill it up when he gets some time. It rained pretty much all morning into midday here. Dad and I are coming out to see if it's possibly dry enough to bring the combines out and start loading the trucks. Don't know if it'll go to the bin if we can pick, but it will go somewhere.
They're about dry.
The ground feels pretty firm.
Well, it hadn't rained enough to even get the ground greasy. What, the radar's clear for the rest of the afternoon?
The radar appears to be clear, yes. The rain was quitting right about now. About the longest rain delay we've gotten this season, so we'll take it. Alliance Tractor was actually out this morning looking at that 780. They pulled this section out of the threshing system. It's called the pre-cleaner. They said that most combines nowadays come with these, but for some reason they hurt the overall efficiency of the combine. This area gets full of trash, and what happens is it starts sending grain back into the cleaning fan. I wish I could explain it more than that. I don't exactly understand what that part does in the combine system. That being said, the moral of the story, it's supposed to perform even better now. I cleaned 3 out of 4 of my windows as fast as humanly possible, meaning that they're not going to win any awards for cleanliness. I tried to make some improvements on my visibility, but I was working with limited time. Like Marty said earlier, it didn't even really rain enough to cause any kind of ground condition issues. Oh shoot, I just remembered that the cord is still tarp. Of course, we got to keep an eye on the radar as we begin harvest. If any of these rains sneak up, we don't really want to be caught with full grain tanks on the combine. Looks like it's clear skies for the next few hours at least. Did that pre-cleaner make any difference, Dad, that you noticed?
It was running halfway up where it's supposed to, not even on the indicator now.
It sounds like taking that pre-cleaner out in your combine does make a difference. So if you have a John Deere S780 or similar model, maybe consider doing that if you're running corn and soybeans. There's no denying that there's not at least a tiny bit of residual moisture left out here. A tad bit tacky on top of the ground, and you can see the corn head's got all sorts of water running off of it. Off to the races. This J&M cart has really impressive reach. Highly recommend J&M if you guys are in the market for a new cart. I also suggest that you get the black because it looks sick. For those of you who are unaware, sick means cool, not ill. It's not ill looking, it's cool looking. The south 40 of the home 90 is complete. Yields are pretty strong. I have noticed that this Pioneer 1359 isn't a super high test weight corn. The loads we took to the elevator this morning were about 58, 59, or 60 pounds per bushel test weight. Respectable, not bin busters though. That doesn't mean that this corn can't still be our highest yielding. What it lacks in test weight, maybe it makes up with kernel count. Hey, Katie's at the field now. 2 combines in action. This section of the field has 3/4 of a mile throughs, meaning that I'm going to earn my stripes today in the grain cart with 2 combines. Too smoothly for today. We've hit a few patches out in the field of a weed my dad is calling burr cucumber. I personally cannot identify that weed, but he's claiming that's what it is and it's giving him issues. Holy cow. I can see why that's causing issues. That's a new one.
No, it isn't.
It is for me.
It is for me.
Essentially, this weed is very viney, and when the corn head is bringing it in, it's getting wrapped around like a spool of yarn on the feed auger, and then it's not feeding anything in, which completely derails any kind of harvesting possibilities.
Sorry, but it's wet, making it worse.
Almost got it all out.
Go turn it on, Andy.
Okay. When it comes to working with that, I'm typically the moral support guy, and the guy with all the pockets and knives. Marty is in a safe location. Marty the Red Menace, back at it. That stuff's a real pain in the rear.
Pain on my knees.
Let me get out there and pull too.
Don't have gloves, you can't do
Are they sticky?
it. Yeah.
One would think that we'd have enough of it off that it could just spin the rest, but it must have one heck of a grasp on itself, almost like duct tape, wrapped around the center auger, and it's not one to break free.
Background did a good job on that.
It seems that there may be one flaw to Syngenta's Acuron, and that is burr cucumber. So if you have those issues, maybe consider another treatment option. That, or just keep a Sawzall in your combine so you can cut through when it gets wrapped around the auger. Katie's combine stopped because I'm not keeping her empty. That vining plant you see over there on this adjacent pass of corn, that's the same burr cucumber. Hopefully we don't have to do this again. And by we, I mean Marty, because I've not really done anything. Dad's gonna work on that for a couple more minutes. Should be done within 5. I'm gonna go catch Katie. The evil cucumber plants killed our productivity for about 30 minutes. We're hitting it hard again though, starting to catch back up to the trucks. That's not entirely true actually. The 3 trucks and 2 drivers are doing a tremendous job keeping up. Full disclosure, they should be able to keep up, seeing as they're only hauling a half a mile down the road to an auger that's capable of over 13,000 bushels per hour. The truckers have it easy today. We're the ones who've been waging war against the cucumbers. And by we, I mean Marty. Like I said, he did all the work there. I just kind of stood there and encouraged him. Grain cart driver though, he could probably use a little bit of help. It doesn't help me in the cart that there's a bunch of big washes right through the middle of this farm that can't exactly be hit at road speed. This farm has a lot of roll to it. Grade comes downhill to the south, that's the north. All that water comes off of the farm and some of the fields to the north and just cuts its way through here. And we don't have any good diversions or terraces set up to stop it. As the grain cart driver, I can assure you that fixing those is on the top of my priority list. Any major washes in fields can really be a headache for me. They kill my ability to travel quickly, smoothly, and safely through some of our fields. There's one right there. Plow crew's moving to the north side of this field to drain some terrace bottoms for us. If that plow goes any faster, it might get a speeding ticket. Ah, finally, a chance to breathe. It looks like Marty is still fighting the cucumber war. I believe that hand signal meant pick that row and then snake up behind the machine shed and then up by your house, all the way to the west end. If you all have never had the pleasure of deciphering hand signals and orders that make no sense, well, that's just a normal part of farming with family. And probably without family. It's just a farmer thing. Battle of the burr cucumber. Just like eating an elephant, one bite at a time. Yes, looks like I should come help this time. It's safe to say that we are on the losing end of this battle right now. Responsible for that plant. That is no fun. It's just wrapping up around that center auger, regardless of how slow we feed it through, creating major blockage on the center cross auger, not allowing the grain to feed into the feeder house. The herbicide we use on a majority of our corn acres, Acuron by Syngenta, stomps almost every single competitive weed out in the field. That burr cucumber though may be a chink in the armor for what is an outstanding herbicide product. I've never been so glad to be back on the end dumping. The cucumber is getting the best of us. Oh please no. Not again! Not as bad this time. The boss waved me off. I tried to volunteer to help. He said he's got this one. That would be the 4th time the S780 has had to stop because it's plugged up by the burr cucumber. Kitty looks like she's been comfortably waiting. I've been keeping track of this field on the ultra handy LibreCart scale system. Highly recommend it. So far, our minimum average for the field is 202 bushels per acre. As I load out more, that should keep going up. We've put 20,000 bushels in that north 36-foot grain bin. Meaning that that bin right there where the red auger is set to, you can't really see it, is pretty much full. Once the bin is full, you cannot put any more corn in. Well, I mean you can, but it's all gonna run out the eaves. On the corners, you'll make a mess. You have to pick up a bunch of corn. So we either have to move bins once that gets full, or start hauling to the elevators, or based on our war with the burr cucumber, we may be quitting pretty soon and worrying about tomorrow after a good night's rest. You can almost say that Marty is getting burnt out. Yeah, I had to do it, I'm sorry. This has been a very slow afternoon and evening, and Marty has more burr cucumber wrapped around his cross auger. I'd start pulling my hair out, but I'm already losing my hair, so don't want to expedite that process. The worst part about these is that they have a bunch of little spikes on them. They stick you kind of like a porcupine. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do think that this weed was engineered in a lab to be a royal pain in the rear end. This weed is about taking all of the fun out of corn harvest in this field. We recruited some help to the fight against burr cucumbers. It's a numbers game. Rain's starting to come down now, so we're not gonna have much longer out here. Lenny, what do you think about the lights? Pretty cool, huh? Katie's combine may have fallen victim to the cucumbers. We're on the last bit of this home farm, right behind the bins. You can see that north bin, which is pretty much full, is what Jeff's loading right now. Katie indeed has an auger wrapped with burr cucumber. Looks like we got quite the breeze. I wouldn't know, I've been sitting in the tractor cab for the last 2 hours. He just fixed it. Yep. Timed that right. Oh no, these things are real fun.
Got prickly things, they're getting me.
They're like microscopic, yeah, I got them all over me.
Yeah, freaking, should have put jeans on. I was like, I'll be alright. Just a couple hours. Here we are.
Yeah, it's just been raising.
I did that. It was the entire width of the head.
It's
the
just
whole freaking patch.
It's pulling it through. I don't think there's anything you can do. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 10 times in a row. Let's shut the machine down for the night. Back to my day job. No more moonlighting as a vine removal specialist. Grain part party! Take notes, Lenny. There is one more empty truck to load along the road.
So we can get all this on the Auger wagon and the truck then?
Technically yes, but I hope not. Hey! Both combines are running the corn heads higher than normal, which is unfortunate because the corn head really needs to be pressed somewhat against the ground for all 8 of the stock stompers to have contact on the individual rows of corn. You can just see out there where the corn's not really been that flat. Not a big deal, really, but it'd be nice to have that done. Would you look at that? Marty got cucumbered again. Lenny, this is gonna be our last truck fill of the night. That's it for this field, finally. This is the ending that couldn't have come soon enough. We went from a leisurely morning to a chaotic and headache-full afternoon and evening. On the bright side, it looks like the corn yields are pretty strong out here in this field. Based on what I have on the cart right now and our cumulative tally for this entire 95-acre field that's taken us way too long to finish, thanks to our burr cucumber, the final dry average that we had for the Pioneer 1359 in this field was 246 bushels per acre. That's a tremendous yield, all things considered. However, I was expecting a little bit more out of this farm. I wonder if all of that cucumber, which there happened to be a lot here towards the end, maybe drug our yields down. It definitely drug down our harvesting capacity. This little monster worked past his bedtime. Talking about me, but Lenny did too as well. There's another big chance of rain tomorrow, even more so than today. So we're gonna pull this up on the rock and shut it down. There's the combine crew. I'm sure they're covered in burr cucumber stickies, just like me. Oh boy, what an evening. Oh man, today was supposed to be an easy day and it ended up being nothing of the sort. That's okay though, you gotta take the good with the bad. We've had a relatively smooth sailing harvest up until this point. No major breakdowns, knock on rubber. Everything is going great. That's an issue that maybe we will have to control by adding another product to our herbicide mix or something else. I don't know, because we've not really ever had to deal with it. If any of you guys have experience with burr cucumber, please let me know in the comments what your suggestions are. That being said, that's definitely going to be it for me for this video because I am exhausted and ready to go home. I look forward to seeing you guys all in the next episode, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you continuing to show up, view the videos, and support the channel. It means the world to me. Until I see you again, make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below if you have any questions. You know I love to talk about farming. Have a great day, everyone. Peace!